actually really good. But the thing is, if it was really American, they would have asked you how you wanted your burger cooked. That was the only thing. But because it's not run by Americans. But yeah, so we like all went out to eat together afterwards, and we like sat in the restaurant for hours and just talking with so many people, and yeah, and I just like the pastor is just so, I don't know, it's just so humble, and it reminds me a lot, Victor, like so easy to just talk to and just hang out with, and yeah, we sat there talking, discussing the new film Noah, and because I mean, I've seen a lot of articles and whatnot, and I've heard people's opinion that have seen it, and it's just so heartbreaking, of what I've heard, and how it's even caused some people to question God because of how God was presented in the film. And talking with PT about it, and he was saying that the producer for it is also an author, and he's an atheist. What did he say? It was weird, a weird combination of religions, but I mean, he was an atheist ultimately, and just saying how like this film, its ultimate purpose is to make people not to turn God into a bipolar God, and ultimately just to try to get people not to believe, and to think that God is this terrible thing or whatever. I can't, I know. He explained it perfectly and like laid it all out scientifically and theologically, and I can't repeat verbatim what he said, but it made a lot of sense. And yeah, he basically said, he's like, I'll watch the film if I can watch it for free, but he's like, I won't spend money to support that guy because of what he strives to do through his writing and producing. Because he says, it's one thing if you take a biblical story and kind of twist it a little bit, like Prince of Egypt, but he said it's another thing when you change the character of God, when you don't present the character of God the way that God is. And yeah, so that was really hard, and it's really sad because Hollywood has such a big platform, and it's kind of scary to think what will come of it. Yeah, so, but it was good to kind of chat about it, and I mean, we talk about lots of other things as well, and so he's asked me to sing with the worship band, which is really honoring, and like somebody else went up and told him that I could sing, so yeah, so then he was like, Grizzy, you need to come sing with us. So that'll be really nice if I can end up doing that, but we'll see, because with scheduling now that we're on tour, it's going to be a little tricky, but yeah, just getting into the Word more and more is really incredible, and I highly encourage it. But the way this church, it's kind of Calvary Chapel denomination, I guess, but they don't really like to say that it's a denomination, but just basically how they kind of do things is they start Genesis 1:1 each week is the next chapter. They teach through the Old Testament into the New Testament, and just showing so much of the correlation between like the old and the new, and it's that whole thing, like you gotta teach the hard stuff just as much as the lovey-dovey stuff to appreciate it more, basically, and to understand it better. And so it's just been absolutely incredible going through Leviticus, going through Numbers. Where's all the names that you usually just skim through? Yeah, no, look up the meaning of the names of those people, and you will be blown away by what they mean, and how that correlates with what area of the temple they take care of, and all this kind of stuff. I'll break it down for you one chapter in the next video, don't worry, I'll start preaching to you. But, yeah, it was just incredible, and all that I'm learning, and yeah, because that's, for me, that's the biggest thing, is I have to constantly stay in the Word, and especially being here with all these people that are very intelligent, and yeah, you just hear they think, I have everything, why do I need God as well? Why does there have to be this higher being? I'm a good person, is not enough, you know? And they're just so intellectually smart with science and maths and all this kind of stuff, and it gets so hard sometimes, and it's like sometimes just worship music is not enough, and it's like I need a refresher, I need to dive into the Word, and I need to see, like, biblically, scientifically, mathematically, like, it's all there in that book, all combined together, explained perfectly, if you just take the time and the research, you know. So, yeah. So it's been really good. And, yeah. So we leave next Friday, or this coming Friday, for Wales, which is exciting, for a conference called Word Alive, which I think is like either a youth conference or like a family weekend away type thing. And then we go straight from Wales to Nottingham for a night as before we head off to Skegness, which is close to Scotland. I was told originally that it was Scotland, and then found out it's not, so that was kind of sad, but oh well. So just keep us in your prayers. We're going to be gone for a whole week, lots of driving. I am not allowed to drive over here because I'm not a UK citizen, so it's like all the driving is put onto like 3 girls, which is really hard, out of 10 of us. So just pray for them as well. And yeah, just, you know, please pray for protection of our bodies, our health and safety, and that we just spiritually stay hungry and can feed ourselves when we're not going to be here with, you know, the fellowships that we go to on Sundays, and that being together for a whole week we don't get too aggravated with each other, but that we can, you know, have just unconditional love for each other the whole week, even when we're extremely exhausted and tired and getting moody. But yeah, so just please keep us in your prayers, and there's a chance we might go to Belgium, so please pray that that will work out, because that would be awesome. Yeah, just lots and lots to come. I'm really excited, but please also, like, financially, I'm trying not to get worried, but I do need quite a bit of support to help make it through the rest of the year. Yeah, so I did repost the GoFundMe page. I'll post it again. If you can help me out financially, I would so appreciate it. If not, please just pray that God provides, and I know that He will. So just also keep that in your prayers as well. But yeah, so I love you all, and please let me know if you guys have any big prayer requests, or even small prayer requests. Any prayer requests, please let me know. Message them to me, or post a comment, and text me, you know, whatever. So, because especially as we're going to be in the car for a long time, I can spend a lot of time in